Hey everyone, Envizion Revelations here. Town's version 10 has been released. This video will showcase the new changes. First up, fluid blocking, elevating, and allowed items. This is a first here in Towns. Gone are the days of water being an omnipotent force that can erase your entire dungeon. We now have the tools to fight back. Certain blocks can now stop water. We have a water lift item to raise water up the levels, and even a floodgate to choose when to allow water to pass through. I'll show a couple examples later in the video. Fluids can also now evaporate. Low levels of water, when left alone, will now evaporate away, making cleanup a much easier task. Wind effects to plants. As you can see, plants and trees now sway in the wind. These static animations will now bring much more life into our worlds. Citizens that sleep with a roof over their heads will now sleep faster and be rested longer throughout the day. This will drastically improve work efficiency in well-built towns. You can see how many coins you have in your treasury at any given time now at the top of your screen, as opposed to only when a caravan would arrive. Flower gathering has been added to the left-hand production menu. Another big change, there's a new stockpile and container management panel. You can now select multiple items to be enabled and disabled before closing out of the menu. This has been a very requested feature. A new effect has been added. Food can now give a boost to happiness. This is true for the new cake item. We'll bake one later on and find out for ourselves. Would hate if the cake was a lie. An array of new items including new sugarcane and bamboo plants, items related to those, cake, fluid items as I mentioned before, new stone walls, a log wall, and wheat and bamboo walls. More choices for creative style. New helmets as well, including a straw hat, wooden mask, golden mask, Mayan mask, samurai helmet, and colored kerchiefs. Finally, the mountains map has made a comeback. In the changes category, the way townies drop items has been improved to avoid large paths in some cases. Saved games are stored in a temporary file until the game is completely saved. This avoids a loss of the save game if the save fails. This is a very welcomed addition. To lose one's works in this game is truly heartbreaking. Little rest bonus for townies sleeping underground. Flour can no longer be burned in the burner. The Linux launcher on Steam warns if the game cannot find Java, with a special thanks to Vince D for testing this. Brownie villages can now be tilled. Unifollow feed food changed to cactus fruits from wheat. Human remains will stop ghost spawning after 3 days. No longer do dead bodies serve as open floodgates to hell. Auto-equip will now randomize which items to be equipped. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No longer will auto-equipping all of your townies create a conga line of doom. They will now run to pick up their own individual pieces. In the fixes section, we have a couple of typo fixes. A main menu issue when the size of the saved game is equal to the game window height. Random freeze if the market zone contains walls and a coming caravan decides to move over a wall. Underground terrain glitches when loading a saved game. Citizens won't skip the chopping task when a tree keeper is attacked. Falling items will not destroy items already on the ground. And townies will now take into account the items in containers when they are ordered to build an already built item. For modders, several tags have been added for the new effects in game, including block fluids, allow fluids, fluids elevator, max age needs water, max age needs water radius, and happy. Alright, let's see what we can do with water. What kind of things how can we manipulate it? Over here I have built my fountain, or it's going to be a fountain. These here in the middle, these are the water wheels. I've got them built in a stack all the way up from the bottom. This is my plumbing. It runs all the way down to the river, where the river will give infinite water. So if you hook up to that, it'll give you infinite water wherever you need to go. These are the floodgates that I was talking about. This is the emergency shutoff here. This is the service entrance should need anything. And this one here is for this section over here, which I'll get to in a minute. Let's test it. This is where I'm going. This is my goal over here. Next, my little marketplace over here in my unfinished town. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to dig into the river to get this started. Okay, so the floodgate has stopped the water. It can't go any further. It's not like before where water could go and destroy anything. But what we can do is we can open the floodgate, and here comes the water. And now the water is going to go up through the water elevators, up the shaft, and start filling my fountain, which a cow is going to be bathing in. And there you have it, a fountain. Well, the water is kind of it's flowing a little differently, but maybe it'll get fixed, or maybe it'll sort itself out later. But if underground plumbing is not really your thing, well, then we have you can make aqueducts now. You know, and some wooden blocks can also serve as fluid blocking blocks, so you can use some of that. So let's try this one over here. First, we're going to open up its floodgate so the water can start flowing in that direction. And here comes the water out from the dungeon and onto the aqueduct. Now the walls in the way don't block water. They're not fluid resistant, so we'll see what happens when the water comes up to those. See, it just destroys it just like before. Here it pushes through the stone walls and will fall into my collection pit. Well, it seems my aqueduct has a bit of a kink in it. But when that happens, you can just add more water. It's kind of like a leaky faucet, but you get the idea. Okay, now let's go bake a cake. So first we'll need we'll need flour and sugar. So we have some sugar cane stored over here, and these are the sugar cane plants over here, and these plants have to be planted so close to the water. I think it's like 2 or 3 blocks is as far as you can build. Like these, I don't think these are even. Yeah, these aren't growing. These are too far away. So you see how close they have to be to your water source. But I've already got some collected, and first we need to make some sugar. So we'll tell them to go do that, which they are going to beat and mash into little cubes, and then we'll bake us a cake. Which should be delicious. Townies have a tendency to walk through windows. They're very acrobatic. All right, so let's see who takes a cake. Who's gonna eat? Maria. Maria de Barbs. Your happiness is at 94, so you're already pretty happy. So this may not give you much of a boost unless you're already boosted. But, no, 100. Well, there you go. Happiness boost. Alright. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the new features. I know I am. So go out and build some towns.